Hello, yes, I know it has been, I don't know how long, at least a year. And I'm gonna be honest, I have no real explanation for the whole -5 people who are probably wondering where my channel went. Because, I'll be honest, uh, I, well, okay, a couple things happened. One, I actually kind of did lose the Minecraft bug, there. And also because initially I was doing it in VR. And, well, I do have a cable that I can use to connect it to my computer, but it sucks because it's heavy as hell and I hate it. And, well, wouldn't you know it, we had decided, well, I say we, and we, as in my family that I live with, had decided that they wanted to get a different service that was supposed to be faster for, less money. Because, hey, look at these numbers. They're totally higher. But no, that's just how it is ideally. And my father was like, we already set it up, and oh no, it looks like it's slower. Oh, that's okay. It's fine for us. And my VR headset did not freaking work anymore. Well, okay, it worked. It's just that doing anything on PC VR was not happening. And I had also felt like I did not really have good enough headsets to headphones, because the microphone I am using, is from my headphones, because I do not really feel like investing into getting a better microphone, at least at the moment. So I just kind of felt like, whatever, I guess I'll just stop or do other things, maybe come back to it. And now we're here. I'm going to be also honest. Um, you may be fully aware that, one, this is not the other mod pack in any stretch of the imagination. Number two, I already have diamond weapon or diamond tools and a actual hand cannon. And, yeah, this is not the start of this world, but I just kind of felt like maybe just, why not do it? And I will also say, I actually did kind of cheat these items in. Basically, the story is, if you, know about these chains and what mod they're from, I actually, in between lands, I think? Or in below lands? One of those mods is very similar to the oh my god. I will get there eventually. Really popular horror mod right now. You sometimes get snagged by an entity and they take you to a different dimension that's like really liminal and stuff. I can't think of the name of it right now. I will probably just put it in the description again because I cannot think of it right now. But yes. And whilst I will say my F3 menu does say day 2, that is a lie because one of the other mods I have kind of likes to set it to nighttime, and the way it does that is just doing times set night, which means it reverts it back to day 0. So, oh boy, that's great. But yeah, also I did cheat these diamond stuff in because I'm gonna be honest. Uh, I had initially done very legitimately in a different world, but then a mod that had not a lot of content in it that I really did enjoy, but wanted more out of it, got an update, and they were like, "You should make a new world." And I was okay. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, good! I built like this whole home, I built this whole tree factory. Well, not really a factory, just kind of a big, huge bridge that has trees growing on it. I got really far in Britannia. I was literally almost about to fight the stupid Gaia Guardian boss thing. And then it turns out. Oh, okay, thank God. I was actually kind of worried because. For those who are familiar with Britannia, may wonder why there's four of these entrepiniums, these TNT flowers. I, I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I was like, I literally built all of this, made all this progress. The house isn't even finished yet. I have to start over? I mean, I don't have to start over. I could just, hold on one second. I don't think I have my spyglass with me. That's okay. But effectively, I decided to build one of those. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's part of an ARG, these weird well things that, like, you kind of sink down to the bottom, then you swim back up and you end up in another world. So that's my in-universe explanation as to why I am able to take multiple items from this world and magically transfer them to the new one. Because I, quite frankly, have done the early game of Minecraft I don't know how many times, and at some point it really just feels like I just want to experience the modded content. Please, please, for the love of God, I'm sorry. But anyways, yes. And then basically what I ended up doing is I just kind of have like a little chest over here, and this is all the stuff that I have put into it and sort of moved over to the new world. And now I actually, well, let me also just real quickly, because it is kind of nice to be able to have a surplus of equipment or other items from this world. I will very quickly, and I have a similar thing to this in my other world. Well, time best to explain what the heck's going on. Well, look, I guess also first of all, the signs. A lot of these are from also horror mod. I know there's this one, which is, I admit, makes my heart rate go up, or my heart pressure go up. I don't. It gives me the non-cortisol. It gives me the stress thing that makes my hair fall out and make me feel ugly. But anyways, um, well, except for this. Initially, it was just here I am, but then I turned it into a microenvironment reference. Anyways, but yes, I built this house. It is very nice. I based it off of I actually have to think for a second. I don't. I think it might have been like from a wow. It would have been a thumbnail from a YouTube video, but that I saw, and it was like a really cool like alpha style house, and I was like, oh, it looks really cool. I'm gonna try to copy it. So I got it myself. I made it bigger because I wanted to be all stylish and fancy. I meant for this to over here to be my room. It's just kind of where I put my bed, and then I meant to do something with this room. I never did, and I still to this day don't know what, because it's just really freaking tiny. Maybe I could have put like my staircase here or something. I don't know. But and then I guess just kind of, oh yeah, um, to-do list, sort of. Uh, oh, I was about to say what nuclear reactor. Anyways, but yeah, I am back over here because is that still going? No. Uh. Oh. Okay. I was like one thing trying to think to myself, why did it stop? If I try to start it back up again, will it explode? Because that has happened to me before, and I really do not want it to explode again. I already have a backup mod, but I really do not want to go back. Do not make me go back. Do not make me go back. But anyways, I really need a lot of dirt for some. Let me actually just do this. I need a lot of dirt for a project, and while I could move over my quarry in the other world to get more dirt, I feel especially lazy and feel like just getting myself some dirt from my first world. I don't know about Cool and Spock. I mean, this is Spock we're talking about, okay? I haven't really watched Star Trek, but my point still stands. I don't know about Cool and Spock. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was hoping to make this a consistent thing, like a consistent series I do, but I'm going to be honest, there was just way too many often times where I'm either busy doing stuff or I'm going to be honest, I consider myself a very depressing person, and I typically do not like being that part of me on camera, so you can probably wager that sometimes putting on an actual, I don't know, face that am comfortable putting on camera doesn't sometimes come very often. So I think I'll probably just do this whenever I can or want or whatever. And I don't really think it's really worth trying to have a consistent series because Lord knows. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Lord knows, I suck at doing that. But anyways, so I guess I don't know how to fully explain everything. There is just big bridge. I don't know why, but lately I've just been having a consistent ritual of just having a big bridge that houses my tree farm. And I guess it's just kind of nice. I don't know what it is. Something about, I really don't like tearing up existing terrain or much of the forestry. I really just prefer building out, like maybe where there's oceans, maybe where there's not so much landscape or so to begin with, and then I mean, I guess I could always just build above, but then that mobs spawn, and that's pain and things. So yeah, let me first get oh shoot, how am I gonna do this? Because hmm, do this, do this, do this. And I think I am just gonna just do it slow and steady. Slow and steady. I think I might play other games. I don't know about my whole Roblox series because I'll be honest, there is a lot of really neat games and stuff on there that I think like fit in the whole weird and liminal thing. Main thing is it feels like a lot of times they're really hard, obscure puzzles. Like I actually thought about doing one for the what is it, place you've been before, where it's like you start off in like a little stairway, um, or not stairway. You start off in a room that has stairs that leads up, and the idea is you kind of climb up to the higher floors, and all the walls have like little posts from other players on there. And I initially tried it, didn't get very far because the game actually glitched for me, and it only after a while the floor stopped spawning, and I just assumed it was a puzzle, and I couldn't figure out what to do. And it turned out it was a glitch. And I had watched, I don't know whose video it was, but I know someone did a really amazing video on the Roblox game, and only to then find out that there was just so many nonsense puzzles and things you had to like do to learn about the creator. Like, okay, let me be clear about one thing. I do think the main intention of the author, I guess, our artist, the creator, the main intention of the creator was he built it in a time when he was struggling, and it was for him. It was not for a wider audience. It was not for the, I don't know, I guess, exclusive enjoyment of Roblox players. It was a person struggling in life and wanted to make something to, I don't know, I guess, Express. So it didn't need to have broad appeal. It shouldn't have to have broad appeal. However, I also do personally feel that if you do make a puzzle game, maybe one of the answers to said puzzle should not be that the player has to go onto the creator's social media and find out what their birthday is, so that they can then input the date as a code for a door to open. This has been your hot take of the day. Or at least like why isn't there, I don't know, like a fake date like somewhere in the game that's like was presented as like, oh yeah, it's the creator's birthday, except not really. But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it certainly did make me not want to really even bother to. I know what mod that is from. I have heard that sound effect so many times, but I swear every single time it gets me. It makes me afraid of what's going to happen. I'm just trying to build. I don't really know how to explain what this is. It, I know it looks really insane. Well, not really insane, but just weird. But I promise there is something to this. Ah, shoot, how am I gonna do this? Oh, sorry, I've been talking a lot. I feel like I need to stop at some point just to drink fluids. Oh, I think over here will be probably a lot easier. I'm just not sure if I want to. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know how big I want to make this, though. That's the thing. I'm like trying to build a structure, have it like a little bit crooked. That's why like the wall is kind of going this way, and the wall's going, or the front's going that way. But I don't know how big I necessarily want. Oh, excuse me. How big I necessarily want it. I mean, I guess I can always just remove the chains, but I kind of don't want to, so maybe I'll have that be as like the limiting factor, I suppose. Oh my. Okay, I'm sorry. Why did they add algae? Why did they add algae? I hated it when Biomes of Plenty added it. I hated it when Mojang added it. It just. Okay. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. This, it just drops nothing. I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Now this, kelp. It actually grows. It has a purpose. It isn't absolutely flipping everywhere. Well, okay, it is everywhere, but like in patches. And it does a thing. So you don't feel like you're just mowing the lawn while you're breaking them. I'm sure something about, oh, but it makes it more aesthetically pleasing. It makes the world feel more alive. Sure. Because that's what Minecraft needs to feel more alive. Passive aggressive aside. Well, normally when people say all that aside, that means they'll usually segue into something else, but I can't really think of what to say or do. Question time. I actually do not remember what, I don't remember if I actually asked this question before. What is your favorite snack? What is your favorite snack? I personally really don't think I can really pick one. I really enjoy, um, I guess I really do enjoy Takis or hot Cheetos. Although I don't really get them very often. I'm trying to think what kind of snack. If I go to the store to buy stuff, what snack do I buy the most? 'Cause I guess I feel like sometimes I'll get like maybe a thing of Pringles. Maybe I'll get some beef jerky. I don't know. Is beef jerky considered a snack? I feel like it probably is, even though there's probably many people who consider it a valid, like, little food stuff to take with them on trips. Or not trips, hikes. Or trips. Both. I should probably just move this. Because I do need more dirt. I do. I do need oodles of dirt. Because as you can see, we just burned through, I don't know how many stacks of it, 2 rows of stacks. And it didn't really do much. Oh, right. It's probably gonna be that same. I didn't notice that initially when they updated them, or well, initially in the version of the mod that I first played, it would take a screenshot of your character every now and then, but it would just be like your player model. Like even all the extra stuff that I have from Essential, like that's missing. It's just my skin, my player skin, and with just like a little eyeball over the front of my face, like it's a weird core or something. But now they've changed it. And now the eyeball is way more detailed, and also there's a lot of eyeballs surrounding me in the image, and they're all talking about wanting to eat my flesh. I don't quite yet know what any of that means, or why it is. I do feel like I should probably be a lot more disturbed, but honestly, at this point, I don't know. It just feels pretty par, feels pretty par for the course. Honestly, like I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. It just kind of feels like, buddy, how many times am I going to have my flesh ripped out of my skin in these games? In these, you guys heard that too, right? You guys heard that too, right? I'm not. I know that's a mod. I know it's probably nothing. Or even if it is, it's not something I really should worry about. You know what? I'm just gonna take a quick sneak peek, because I think what it actually is like a sort of structure being placed. Okay, I know I did that. That was me. Huh. Maybe not. I know that sometimes the Herobrine mod uh like does that. It'll like break a couple blocks. Oh, that was probably it. That was probably it. Like, if I didn't know, it was going to bother me. It was going to bother me. It was going to make me feel very paranoid. But yes, I. Oh yeah, I got a good roll on my pickaxe. So I did some mining. I did some mining off camera. I got a scanner. It's really good. You could just like I kind of made it so it doesn't use up energy. It will just buy me rare stuff for free. Sorry, I had to pause a second. But anyways, um, I actually don't remember what I was talking about. Well, I guess to give a rest of the tour, I have enchantment table. I wish I could enchant gun, but I can't. But I guess it already is a gun, so that's pretty magical in my opinion. I have my basement. I have my oh uh huh. I guess I thought you couldn't, or the storage wouldn't work because it had a block over it. Even though I think, yeah, it's still functional. Okay. Well, yeah, that's my storage. I'll probably make more obsidian chests later. I got a bunch of I got a bunch of the plants from Botania grow it. Well, not really growing. Yeah, sure, growing. And I can pick them up if I ever need petals, then grow them back up to keep the cycle going. I don't think I have all the colors yet. I think there's 16 colors. I'm missing two, I think. I could be wrong. And then, oh, right. Basically, the idea is, for those who don't know, this is a mod called Botania. Just all of this. Well, I mean, right here is a dispenser. You can put things in it, and then if it, I'm really not in the mood right now here, Brian. I'm in the middle of something. But yes, this is a dispenser. You can put things in it, and if it gets a redstone signal, it will spit them out. But if it has things like TNT or a bucket of various liquids, I tried to say liquids and then fluids, and then it tried melting the two, but it didn't work. Or well, I accidentally melted the two. But yes, and turns out this is a vanilla feature. I know, amazing. But anyways, get out of here. Said get out of here. But anyways, here is some edge opinions. The idea is they will eat TNT and then turn it into mana, and then that mana is channeled through this mana spreader. Well, I mean, it's mana, but sometimes I call it mana because I am me, and me is strange. And then this mana pool will fill up with mana, and then you can do different things with it. Things like convert it into other items from Botania, and then sometimes some things you can do. Wow, some things you can do are like transmute items. So one thing you can do is I got a lot of TNT because you can turn I keep wanting to say concord or like concrete. You can turn cobblestone into sand, but you do need one of these catalyst thingies, which is a bit pricey. You need living rock, which is not hard to get. If you want to know how to get living rock, I guess just look at a tutorial. That would probably show you how to get living rock within the first 5 seconds. But then brewing stands gold, a mana pearl, which is just an ender pearl with a bunch of mana infused into it, and you can get one of these. So it's a bit pricey, at least. I'm sure there's probably many people who are like, "What? I can beat this game within 5 minutes. What the heck are you talking about expensive? I walk over to get a brewing stand every day from the Nether on my way to work every morning." To that I say, uh, well, okay. That sounds like a really unhealthy way to play the game, but okay, you do you as long as you're having fun. But but effectively, what happens is this little block right here is I think it's a detector. Man detector? Yeah, and it's just kind of pretty cheap. The idea is it will emit a redstone signal if mana is traveling through it. So, the idea is it has a redstone torch, and as mana passes through it, it will turn it off. I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God. I swear to all that is holy in the name of Notch and Jeb and Microsoft and Bill Gates. I swear to all that is holy. I don't know anymore. But anyways, the idea is normally this redstone torch will emit a signal through this block, and it will go through this repeater, and then go through this block, and then it will power the piston. And then the idea is, because I have these repeaters set pretty fast, but they're also desynced, if mana is going through to that pool, it will break the circuit, and it will keep it broken until mana stops, and then both of these pistons will just keep extended for long enough. So if I were to break this, it'll be fine for a little bit. But as it breaks, but yes, as you can see, the signal does not travel through fast enough, and so it keeps getting interrupted. But once it stops, which shouldn't take, yeah, there we go, it shouldn't take too long. It connects again, lays down on the TNT, and the cycle repeats itself. So you may be wondering, why is this torch turned off, and why is that bridge thing over there? Well, as you probably saw, this mana pool is almost full. Not quite, but it's getting there. And I have a little comparator, just a comparator. I have a comparator there, and if it is full enough, it will straight up just turn off this torch, and then the whole system will stop. So that way this doesn't overflow, because the idea is if these entrepinions, if this whole system backs up, and the entrepinions all have mana in them, the TNT goes off, the TNT will just explode like normal. And as you can probably imagine, I do not like the idea of having TNT explode in front of my very expensive flowers, and very expensive redstone setup, and very expensive, I guess pistons are really not that. I don't want a TNT exploding. And I would also say I have had multiple times where where this thing blew up, which is why there's like more than one flower, because I swear sometimes when I would like reload the world, the system would trigger by accident, and that would probably be bad. So I just have like some redundancies. I could probably set up so that maybe this thing triggers twice as fast or something. I don't know. But it also probably does not help that I found out something rather unfortunate about Java. I don't know if it's Java inherently or if it's something with a mod that I am using, but just to jump into creative mode real quick, I would like to demonstrate a little something. So, we all know we all know that if you put a redstone signal next to a piston, it will move. If you then remove that redstone signal by, like, I don't know, flipping a lever back, it will retract. Now, and that signal can also pass through a block. Okay, well, maybe not like that. So, was it like? No. Like that. And then this also works up. Now like that. Or like that. So, here's a question. What happens if you do this? Well, nothing. Because how would the signal travel through? How would the signal travel through? And then only retracts if it's updated again. I have no idea why, but this consistently happens. It does not matter where it is. It does not need to have the wall behind it. I can literally have it out here. And And if I do this, it is enough to make it so that piston will extend forward. I have zero idea why this happens. But let's just say, when I initially built that bridge, and it was over the pistons, you can probably guess that, well, it was over the pistons, but at the time, only one of them was glitched and was extending very forward. And if you say, I don't know, have a redstone clock that is constantly emitting a signal, causing one of the other pistons to continuously shoot forward and backward multiple times, all of a sudden, you have created a very, 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 very expensive way to drop a lot of TNT, primed TNT, in one spot very, very quickly without warning. And, well, thank God that backup mods exist, because otherwise I would have just rage quitted right then and there, and this world would probably cease to exist because I would have been way too sad to try to recover and probably just gone out to play Warframe or something. I don't really fully know. Also, I kind of do have something I want to build maybe back here. I just don't know how exactly I want to. Enough of the screenshots. I don't know exactly how I would stop. I don't know exactly how I want to do it yet. But I have a flower from. Please stop. From the Britannia mod. That. I don't know. There's like an entity or something out there. I actually I have been to the between lands, in between lands, below land. I've been to the dimensions a few times, and I have gotten some of the items. I still need to like get feathers, and I could actually probably make that. I just don't know if I really need to or want to, at least just yet, because it looks like a really cool item, but also not one I really know how to use yet. And then I also would need Silk Touch, and then some emeralds. I don't know if do I even have. Oh. Well, that's awkward. But anyway. Oh, here we go. A loonium. Oh. What? Okay. I thought I had already. Anyway, but yes, this is a loonium from Britannia. What does it do? Very simple. If you give it, well, if you place it next to a pool, like this one, with a lot of mana, it will use up a significant chunk of that mana, and it will spawn one mob. Now you might be thinking, one mob? That just sounds like a very expensive mob spawner. Wrong. Because then, if you kill that mob, it will then drop a piece of dungeon loot. Any kind of dungeon loot you could think of, as long as it is in the tables, it could be dropped. But also, it does mean it's a hostile mob, so I would like some way to spawn it, but also contain it, hence that dark room over there, which I should probably actually at least torch up. I have a Lantern of Paranoia, which should be keeping up, or should be keeping lit any dark areas spawn. Dark areas that are dark enough to spawn mobs? I am so tired. But sometimes it does feel a little, I don't know. Some areas are still pretty dark. They probably are not dark enough to spawn mobs, but it still is like, can I please get some light in here? I would like some light. Hold on. Do I have any? Oh, I do. There we go. And then I need to make another spreader, which I think probably just any petal. And then I think is it gold, or did they change it? I think they changed it, now it's copper. Yes, it's copper now. Anyways, and now I can actually probably like maybe put a door over here or something. Because I do want to still create a, actually, yeah, I think Let's be cobblestone. I don't know what it is. I know most people are like, ew, you still build with like, well, okay, people don't actually tell me this, but it's like, ew, you still build with cobblestone? That's such a noob thing. I don't know why, but for some reason, just building with those old classic blocks of Minecraft, your woods, and your cobblestones, and your stone, not slabs, I guess just smooth stone. Like the really, really smooth stone. Like this. Isn't it beautiful? Majestic, even. Okay, maybe not really, but that's for reasons that I do not know how to explain. It is those kinds of blocks that I do enjoy building with. Although I will say, actually, the process of like actually getting all the wool to do building with is quite annoying. Because on one hand, it is not actually that materially, it is not that materialized, all that demanding. You just need a lot of wheat, which is not that bad to get once you got a farm going, and you can always just expand the farm if you want to get more wheat faster. But then, when you take into consideration how much, there we go, how much you need to breed the sheep in order to get all different colors of wool, and then enough so that you don't have to wait 3,000 years to get a good supply of one specific color of wool. And I confess, after a time, it really does just feel like, how about I just skip all of this tedium? Because I'm very sorry. I find it very tedious to have to find sheep, to put them in pen, and then take the time to actually breed the things. Sometimes it really does just feel like if I sacrifice 64 wheat, no, 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 I do not. Oh, lantern. It's not even, it doesn't even do anything as far as I can tell. It just mocks you. It's just there like, rrr, 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 rrr. Your screen is black now. Rrr, rrr. Oh, what? Oh, right, I turned it off because I was. Anyway. What was I talking about? Well, I guess I have a lot to say. But talking a lot is very draining on. Dang it. Very draining on me. Because I'm not used to it. I am actually a person who does not tend to talk very much. But then when I do, I talk a lot. Very strange how that works. At least I think. But yes, we will make Mob Farm. Sort of. And there will be. Hopefully, I actually admit I don't remember what it. Oh right, hold on. Artifacts. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're back. Um, thank you for making me forget again what I was talking about. But okay, right. I have a lot of these artifacts I want to get. Like, I don't necessarily need it, but I really would like to have an eternal steak. I guess eternal beef. Or everlasting beef. I don't know. I would like to have this infinite food source because it's very useful. But more so, what I really want is where is it? Is this the night vision goggles? Because I admit I don't know if it's because of the lighting that I have, but trying to see in the dark is not easy. And I think it's yeah, I have it set to bright, but it's just I don't know if it's even nighttime right now. Just sometimes trying to see things is difficult in the dark. Very, very, very very wow, very controversial take. I know, not as controversial as my ability to speak English, I'm sure, but I have grown quite accustomed and quite a liking to having permanent night vision. Also, oh, something I really like. You might have also seen my absolute mess of an avatar and wondering how do I have many different slots, like multiple belts or more than two rings. That is because I don't remember what mod it was called. More curious slots, where, if you'd like, you don't have to do that whole fiddly trying to balance which one or which artifacts, charms, or equipables you want. You can just take a artifact that takes up that slot, and then some iron blocks, a gold block, emerald block, and then some diamond blocks, and you can get +1 slot. And you can do this as many times as you want. Some people might say that is unbalanced. I say I am very sick of having to swap out my artifacts whenever I need to. I'd rather just grind, or be able to grind to have the privilege of just having it all on me at all times without any fuss. And that is all. And I will not be taking any questions. Thank you, 1984. 1984. Let's see now. I am trying to think how to still do this. Because I don't want the mana to travel very far. But I would still like it to hopefully not actually spawn anything outside of the box. Well, I guess for the time being, I will do. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on, I will be right back. Okay, so according to Britannia, at least the wiki, because I don't actually know if it's in the lexicon. I probably should have checked that first. But according to the Wikipedia article, for a version of the mod that uses gold instead of copper, so I presume like 1.710, 1.122, it can go 16, or mana can travel 16 blocks before it starts to lose mana. Before it starts to devalue. I have moved it 10, and I'm just. You know what? How about I stop being a flipping idiot and just check the stupid book? Yeah. Hovering over spreader highlights target. Sparkles shows where mana loss begins. The sparkles show where mana loss begins to occur. I don't fully. Because it always does that. Sleeve it? Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, I know I could just pause it again, but whatever. But